Family Matters Togetherness.
Welcome back to Major Talk Weekends. We're going to talk about family matters togetherness. Basically, basically how we feel like about
The
us
family
being being
unity.
together in a family as a black family. Period. I feel like it's harder, you know, the system make it harder for us to have that because if you need any help or anything like that from the system, they say you can't have, you know, your man and certain things you can't have in your house, your child's father or anything like that. You can't get married because it's stipulations, with the system, the way they set the system up.
Right.
Yeah. It
So
runs kind of deep too. They like uh, attack them and early on and want to get them in the system, and they
right,
have felonies in there. Oh, well, you can't get married and have them in the house because they have felonies and you already in subsidized housing and stuff. You know.
right,
But y'all know that they do that for us to depend on the system
right,
to cancel the African American male out of the family
right,
so that more children grow up without fathers, but that only creates problems,
right,
which means our young sons grow up with anger issues, not knowing why their father wasn't around and not really understanding it, in some cases. I'm not saying in all,
oh, right,
but in some cases, that is the problem, and that's only because they're making us African American females basically like, okay, if we depend on the system, then, I don't need a man.
right,
Father or whatever. I don't need a man. I can do this on my own. But that's just a mental thing,
right.
Keep the family apart.
right? To
Yeah.
keep the family apart, to make a woman feel like she's strong enough to do it all on her own, and that's not the case.
No.
Yeah, because I had noticed when I went into a public place, and I noticed that it was pictures of families, but everybody had a picture with a man. But when it got to the black people's, it was just a woman and a child. Like it kind of offended me. Like what I'm saying, I just felt like that shouldn't have been up there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It should be all pretty much equal.
Right.
Know?
I
So
get it.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, like those. It was a carrier in Walmart, I believe, and for babies, and all the other photos that had the white families, they had the whole family there.
Yeah.
Like it was like 5 people on the picture with the baby and mother, father,
It was
baby.
yeah.
But that's so
And
typical.
then you go further down, you see the picture of the black mom with just her baby in the strap, the
The
carrier.
carrier.
So
And it's-
I was
yeah,
like,
And it's
it's
just
that's
just
her.
her.
It's
weird.
just her on
Yeah.
her own. Just her and
Yeah, no
the baby.
family, no nothing. And I was like, they actually, promoting this. They think,
That's
this is
how
okay.
that's
Right.
how they view us. And that's how the system has it set up to where you can't have these men or whoever in the household, so they separate us.
Yeah, like you said, when you living on government housing, you can't.
Right.
It's like you have to report everything. Like they have to know your every move, and that's crazy.
Right.
Why can't they be involved?
Right.
Even if they are convicted felons or whatever,
Right.
what makes them not
Not a
able to
father.
be
Yeah.
involved when it comes to their children?
Right.
What right do you have
To take it away.
to take it away? It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it is.
It's some apartment complex, they will like ban like sometimes like trespass them. Like I don't think that should be allowed at all. If you don't have an address out here, you can't be out here. Okay, my
yeah.
kids live out here. I can't come out here to see them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it's like if you here past a certain amount of time, then that means you live here. So that means
Yep.
she
And that
can't
get
stay here
recorded.
because you're not supposed to be here. You're not on the lease.
Yeah.
But if I add him to the lease
It's
and you see that he has a background, then he's not going to be invited anyway. So
right. It's not a win situation.
you can't win regardless.
Yeah, you can't.
It doesn't
have
make
families
sense.
together when they got a background. If they had any kind of history with the law or anything, and it's just a problem, it just ends there. That's, your family is just, you can't, either you gonna get kicked out or you gotta choose between the two, your man or
Right.
what, your kid's father, or you gonna be on the street. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But see, that's why a lot of families of color live the way they do. When it comes to their kid's father, we don't report everything.
Right.
We keep a lot of our lives a secret only because we have a justice system that's going to judge them at the end of the day.
Yep. You have nowhere to damn live.
So if we reported every single thing, how could we help? And that's not saying, okay, well, I'm going to let my baby daddy, and he going to live off of me, and I'm just going to do everything, and he going to just going to lay on the couch. No, I'm talking about a real live male that wants to be involved, that wants to work, that wants to help.
Right.
To take some of that mental strain off of a mother and that stress, why not let them be involved?
Yeah. That's one little thing I feel like definitely, communities or, the black community, has to change. That's just something that I feel like needs to be addressed also, because it is a lot of fathers that's not in their kids' life.
I think if we had a lot more support,
and
things would be different.
Yeah, and black men have it hard already just because of these things. You know what I'm saying? So,
just because, yeah.
So yeah,
because they looked at like they have some type of power, and it's not about power.
Yeah.
Especially when a father wants to be there for his kids, it's not about power.
Right.
I only use my power when provoked. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it is. Well, that can wrap that up. And we want to know y'all opinions on that. And it's for real, I feel like it should be changed, and it shouldn't be a separation no matter nobody's background. Everybody falls short some way, and nobody should be getting judged of how they used to live, or it's second chances, they say, but really it's no second chances. So let us know how y'all feel about the situation. Comment at the bottom. And we're going to go to our
question of the day. What changes would y'all like to see in our community?
Well, that is one change that we can make, far as the government should be making. They should
not us, because we make the changes.
The government
on our
should
own,
make that change.
The government,
but
we play a big part in it too. We do.
Yeah,
we play a big part because we have to start working on getting ourselves out of these situations, so that
where we have to depend on the government. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So we have to work on that.
Yeah, we can't just put. Yeah, you're right.
That
we
is
can't
one
just put
change
it.
I would like to see.
We can't just put it all on the government.
People, yeah, like.
But I feel like they should change it. Like, I definitely feel like they should change that. They shouldn't have to be like so strict to where a father can't be in a kid's life. So they definitely need to change that.
Oh yeah, but we got some work as well. We do.
Yeah, we do, and we don't want to put it all on them.
As individuals, because we do grow.
But as as a community, it's things that we need to change in our community by itself.
Set more examples. Fathers try to stay out of trouble. Try to be there for your kids and everything. Just start setting examples.
So
and changing this cycle
and being bigger role models for your kids, because being a role model and setting examples is a big thing when it comes to a child.
Yeah.
Because that's part of how they learn. That's part of how when they grow up, their lives will be, regardless of, it's called a repeating cycle. I don't care, if we think, well, I don't care what I do, my kid's not going to, no. They going to carry on something to their adulthood that you seen yourself doing when you was, when they were younger that you shouldn't have. So, us being bigger role models and black males being bigger role models and doing things a little bit differently when it comes to their children will create, will help in a community as well.
Yeah.
The question of the day was change.
Yeah.
I would like to,
in our community.
I would like to see us actually go back to the way it was, where our family on the block would look out for each other's kids. Like, it shouldn't be as much kidnapping and all that. It's not about black, white. These kids deserve a chance. That, like, people should not be taking and kidnapping and doing things to these kids. Like, let them have a voice, their choice. Don't take their
it was
innocence.
like fun.
Like,
when we was kids, but like I said, it changed a lot.
Yeah.
But we used to be able to be outside, and it wasn't a problem with the neighbor down the street correcting his child if they doing something wrong outside. Nowadays, you don't want to even say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this kid is outside cussing, going ham, and if I knew their mother, I would go say something. Like, your child is...
I still do the same thing, but I'm only doing it how I was raised. These new generation of mothers, I don't know
how they was raised.
But
you got to think about it, too. Who is raising these new generation of people? I have a son that's, 18, so 19. You know what I'm saying? So I I fit in that category. So these women are my age or older. You know what I'm saying? So these are the women that needs to be,
And that's what makes me question, what was y'all being raised around? I mean, what is the situation?
But then even when kids get older, they start making their own choices. So it's not necessarily, put on a mom, even though she gave them all the tools that they needed to survive and get raised. But when they start making their own decisions outside of the house, friends,
because that peer pressure
is a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely have to, maybe pull kids together, give them more things to do. Back then, when we used to have community centers,
a lot of recreational centers that we could go to,
and it was free.
But now everything, you have to. It costs. You got to pay for it. And how did we get to that point? Yeah. How did we get to that point as a community, as a whole? We can't just blame the director of this place or blame the director of that place. What did we do as a whole to fail our children? And that also falls back on the government.
Because if you ain't got the money, you got bills and stuff to pay, plays a big part too. Because you got to take care of your bills first before you can go spend $200 or something to put your kid in football, basketball, stuff like that. If you have a father that's helping, it might be a little easier for you to, kind of maneuver and work with these things. But when you don't, it's like, you doing it by yourself. So it's definitely need to be changed.
But that goes back to our last topic with the families coming together more, because it's not always that a parent can't pay for it either.
Right.
It's that I can't get nobody to go pick my kid up. I'm a single mother. I have to work. I can't be there.
Right, I can't.
So you can't go. So it's just
yeah, you're right.
It just falls all into a whole trap. Is what I want to call it.
It's a trap.
We kind of trapped, and I really would like to see that change. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and just bringing communities back together. Have block parties. We used to have block parties. All types of stuff. It used to just be
We don't
fun.
See that no more, and everybody is.
And everybody knew everybody. Like
everybody knew everybody. Everybody's mama knew everybody. You know, we knew each other for so long. We used to call each other cousins that had no relation, had no blood, no nothing. But that's how close knit our community was. It's nowhere near like that no more. I wish somebody see my child doing wrong and will correct them. As long as you're not telling them or causing physical harm on them, go right ahead. I may give you a belt and help you whoop their ass. You know, like, let's come together
That's
and
how it
really
was
raise these
back then.
kids. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
It takes a village.
I'm sure it does.
So we need to read the comments that we got.
Did we get any comments? Let me see.
Yeah, it was a couple on there, I believe.
Let me see if we got any comments to this.
Like, comment, share.
Yes.
Okay. In here, on the what changes would you like to see in your community? It say more open events, centers back for the teenagers. That's one.
We was just on that topic.
And then another one is our race come together as one and stop trying to always bicker or kill each other.
Yes, that's a definitely need. Like,
that's a big one too.
And then another one said neighborhood watch. We got the sign, but we're not looking out for each other.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
We're not on the block.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Right. And then another one just said peace.
Yeah. If we can get just something started, like it needs to be something, for the kids to do. It needs to be peaceful in our neighborhood. Like it needs to be, we have a lot to do as a community. And I'm pretty sure it's like that everywhere in the United States, period.
And it start with us, like
as people.
Yeah. Period. Like.
Yeah, it starts with us.
And if we want to change it for our kids, we all want to see our kids doing better than us. So, you got to start somewhere for their future to be better.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And the quote of the day. So much pressure.
Right.
The quote of the day. The motivational quote of today will be, set goals, push yourself, move, no excuse, don't quit, be awesome, you got this.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a good one.
So that's a wrap. Yep.
That's going to be a wrap for this episode of Major Talk Weekends.
Yep. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Thank y'all for watching.
And press that bell.
Bam.